Hey, this is Matthew Rathbun from theagenttrainer.com and elitescoop.com, and this video tutorial is the first in a series. This is the down and dirty how to get a listing video done using Windows Movie Maker, and I am using Windows Movie Maker for this video tutorial on Windows 7. There are older versions. I'm not going to spend time doing the kind of the retro classes. This will give you the basic for what you need to get this done. And you should have if you go to your orb and click through your things, you should see Windows Movie Maker in your list. If you don't worry, it's a free product from Microsoft for those who have legit versions of Windows 7. I'm going to go ahead and click on a new tab. I'm going to go to Google and then do a search for Windows Movie Maker 2011. Okay, and when I do that search, you can see right here at the top the very first link, and I do say go to Google and search for Windows Movie Maker 2011 because this URL here is pretty jacked up. It's not easy to remember, so it's a lot easier to go do the search and just take it there. And you'll see download it now, so we click on download now, download the software. It's a very small software package, so it doesn't take very long to install, to download and install. And then once it's installed, you're going to have Windows Live Movie Maker on your computer. Now, for the intent of this class, we're going to assume a couple things. One, that you have a YouTube channel set up. If not, go get a Gmail account. They're free. They're easy to set up. From there, go and set up a YouTube account just by logging into YouTube with your Gmail system, and that'll get you all hooked up. That's a different class. I actually have video tutorials on YouTube and getting that all set up. I'm also going to assume that you have taken some pictures of the house, that you got, your company banner, sound files, royalty free sound files are the best, but if you are going to use something you found online, make sure that you do pay for it and read what the limitations are using those types of things. And then even a video. So this is just a raw video that we took out in front of the property to put together an intro to the video with the rest of the still photos. So I've got all those in one nice neat file folder here of all the stuff I've collected. And then from there, I'm going to open up my Windows Movie Maker. You can see it's got what's called a ribbon here with some very basic icons. They get pretty overwhelming if you start going in there and playing without any basis. And we do find that sometimes agents just put it off or don't do it because they feel it's going to be too overwhelming. So we're hoping you don't do that. We're going to start off with wanting to add content. This is going to be my preview panel, and this will be my storyboard where I can add content, put it in order, or do a couple things. And just like it says click here to browse for videos and photos. So boom, I'm going to hit that. I'm going to go to navigate to the file folder with my pictures, graphics, videos, and I'm going to select all. Now I can click on the first one, hold shift, click on the last one, and I'll select them all. Or I can go to organize and hit select all, and that will grab everything in there too. That's presuming that you want everything in there in that folder. And oftentimes I find it's easier to add everything and then go back and edit it if we want to. So I'm going to select everything, hit open. It's going to add all my content here to the storyboard. Again, this is my preview board. Here's my storyboard. Don't even worry about this stuff up here yet. Now, when I go and look at these, this is going to be, this black line here is going to show you where I am progressing on my video as it goes through and starts. So I can go ahead and hit the space bar, or I can play over here. You can see that this bar is slowly going over top of these graphics. There's this really kind of abrupt transition from one to the other. They're not doing anything. It's pretty boring. It's pretty whacked. So I'm going to hit stop on there, and before I do anything else, I'm going to look at this and go, this isn't exactly all the graphics I want. I mean, who wants to see 5 versions of the front of the house in their video when they're trying to get information? Also, if you look over here, here's my movie video, here's my closing video with my company disclosures and whatever I need. Well, I want the video first. So you can see that the video clip has been added, the one I imported from my flip cam or Kodak cam or whatever you're using. I'm going to take that, I'm going to hold it down with the mouse, and I'm going to scroll to the top of this storyboard and then you see that gray line behind it. I'm going to drop it there, and now it's put it in the order that I probably want this to go. You know, I don't really like this picture here. This doesn't need to be in the video. So I'm going to right click here, and I'm going to hit remove. And what you noticed happen is that over here, if we do no other editing, if we don't do any shortening of the transitions from one photo to another, you're going to see over here that I have 2 minutes and 17 seconds of video. That's really long. For a listing video, really want to try to keep them 1.5 minutes, under 2 minutes. If they're a really spectacular home, 2 minutes is probably the cap of where I want to go with this, if I can avoid it. But if you have a lot of really good pictures of the home and you know the right soundtrack, then it's okay. You can do that. Again, I've got a bunch of photos here that I really don't really need there. So I'm going to get rid of this one. Get rid of this one, and then this one I'm going to say this will be a good closing video or shot. So I'm going to take this to the bottom here, and I can just drop it in next to last before the graphic that ends my video being my company disclosures logo. Remember, your state law, your code of ethics, your company policy may all have requirements for what those disclosures look like at the end of the video. So make sure that you have that information in hand. Build maybe one little slide in like Picnic or Photoshop or wherever. Even PowerPoint, you can build a little slide and save as a JPEG, and have all your disclosures in there and your contact information. But this is my basics. This is what I'm going to do for now. Now, again, you can see this little black line. If I want to see how things are going to transition, I can move that anywhere. Just hit the space bar, and it's going to go ahead and start moving in between different videos. So you can kind of test just from one place to another. You don't have to watch the whole video over and over again if you don't want to. Now, because of when I'm recording, I can't also play the sound back for you to hear. You just have to pretend that that's running smoothly and that's got sound. It does when I'm not also recording at the same time. So I've got a pretty nice setup here. I like how the pictures are laid out. There's a little break between the beach and the sand and the pool and the lake and all that. So I've got it laid out well, but again, it's got this really abrupt transition from one another. The pictures are kind of long. It doesn't have a lot of pizzazz. I'm going to go up here, and what you see here is the auto movie themes. And in the auto movie themes, there's a bunch of different options. And as I hover over each option, you can see in the previews panel down here that it starts to load that option to show you a little bit about what it's going to look like. And it moves automatically. So you can see this one has kind of these crescent graphics with the bubbles. I don't know what that's all about, but it's there. So I might want to do that one, or I might just want to do this one. This has got a fade kind of feature to it. I like this one. I'm going to just click on this, and you'll see that it automatically prompts you to say, hey, your video is really, really boring. Why don't you try adding some music, because you haven't done that yet? I'm going to hit yes. It's going to open up automatically a window where I can navigate over and find the music that I want. In this case, I'm going to do the fade to black video or music just because, well, you can't hear it anyways. But I got to tell you, if you're going to use Rolling Stones fade to black in a listing video, that has got to be one kick butt video. I mean, it's just going to have to be an awesome listing. So make sure your music's kind of appropriate. I'm doing this just for demonstration. Besides, you can't hear it anyways when I play it back in this recording mode. So, but you can see here that it's going to show you where that music stops, where it ends. You can do a couple things with it. You can get rid of it, edit it, remove it, set it when it starts, cut it, you know, or in this case, it automatically with the theme, it'll stop running. The music will stop running at the end of the last slide. So it's spaced out all your pictures for you. It also has given you this peach area, and this peach area is where I can go add a title to my awesome listing video. And again, this is using just themes, which are really super easy to do. You saw how easy it was to do the click. This is just to get that listing done so you can go out and work on the next marketing program or next product. In other videos, we're going to do how to more personalize it, how to maybe put some of your own transitions in there. So this for now is just going to get this done for this listing. And again, I can move some of these words around and play with this a little bit. But anyways, so that's it. I've got my transitions done. Hit the space bar and look, you know, the title of the video comes up. The transitions are much smoother. They're not nearly as abrupt. They have some fade from the first picture to the last. Go to the end of the video, start it again, and you can see that it's going to do a nice little transition from one picture to the other. And if I didn't like that one, after all that work, I can open this up, go find yet another transition, click on that one. It's going to reset everything. It's going to leave all the content that I have there. All right, and then start all over again. All right, so now I've got the video done. I've got some music to it. I've got a title to it. I've got my closing slide. I got the stuff in the order that I want to get it to. And now it's time to upload. So there's a couple different things that you'll want to do for my on-location buddies for Coldwell Banker. You're going to want to render this first to a video on your desktop that you can go into CBWorks and upload. So I'm going to go here to Save Movie. This is really, really easy. Save Movie for my computer. It's going to go to wherever I want to save my stuff, however I want to name it. It's going to save it as a Windows movie file. Click on Save, and it's just going to start doing its job. Now, it might pop up with a screen. No, I don't want to save that video right now. And it is going to take a little while. But I can go into oops. I can go into that Save Movie screen, and I can save it for Windows phones. I don't know why you would do that. I would just stick with my computer, but high definition display or DVDs or whatever. So I would just pick on my computer. It's going to go ahead and let you save it there. Yours will probably come up with some type of how do you want to render this? What size do you want to render it? You know, choose whatever is most appropriate for you. For everybody else, if you've got a YouTube channel, all you have to do is click on this YouTube button, and it's going to say what size do you want to upload it, and it's going to give you a menu here. I would recommend that 960 by 720 or 640 by 480 is probably the only two that you want to choose. If you get too much bigger, you see it's 172 meg. That's pretty big. And this is for a very basic, very short video just for training. Yours could be huge by the time you get done, and if they're too big and you're trying to embed them on a web page or something, they may be a little too slow when some of your users who don't have uber fast internet try to get up in there and watch the video. So again, if you want to email by Dropbox or wherever, you know, you want to keep it a decent size where it still has some good resolution, and this tells you the recommended size is 960 by 720, so that's all good. You can also put it directly from here to your Facebook page. But let me just say, keep that junk off your Facebook page. No one wants to see your commercials on the Facebook page. That's not what they're there for. They're there for some socialization. So you know, if that's your business model, fine. I don't personally think it needs to go there, and certainly don't want to go to a fan page or a Facebook profile and see 14 listing videos and no real engagement or content. But you could do that if that's part of your marketing plan. You can put it in Flickr, you can share it on the Windows group or whatever. So all right there, click a button, save it, done, boom, ready to go. This is a super easy way to get a video done, kind of impress your clients, put it on YouTube. Just having it should be impressive to clients, and so few people are doing it. But anyways, if you have any questions, you can always email me, contact me. All my contact information is on all these, the YouTube page and the blog page and everything else. I'll be happy to hook you up and help you out, and keep an eye out for future videos. Again, this is Matthew Rathbun at the Agent Trainer and EliteScoop.com. Thanks so much, and have a great day.